match you, but then you were trying to match me, so then we ended up getting off again.
Yep. Hi!
You've just arrived to the welcome party, your exclusive invitation to pop culture.
Each week we throw a live stream podcast party to what's the line? I can't. I'm sorry.
Someone who never messes up his lines. I'm so embarrassed for you
so
right now.
sick right now. I'm so sick.
This is ridiculous.
We directly combat pop culture gatekeeping and we do nice things as well.
If you didn't watch the content, it's okay, because our show can always be derailed through things and other things, but yeah.
This week's party theme is the original from the 90s, The Mummy. Oh.
Brendan Fraser. Oh, we've lost JPG. And Cole, apparently. I'm not part of this.
You're not part of this. You stay there. It's fine.
Okay.
All right. So, cool.
Yes.
We didn't even introduce ourselves.
I'm Alix Catherine, your host, moderator, and gay crushing party queen. With me, as always.
Hi, I'm Cole, your personal gay color commentator.
And I'm JPG, a pop culture educator and consultant.
Is he coming through? Oh, okay. I'm just impressed that it's working. All right.
Welcome to 69.9K. Nice. Nice.
Oh, and we gotta hydrate.
Oh, no. Okay.
All right.
That's good for you. You need to
I'm
hydrate.
going. Okay. All right.
I almost said something real bad.
So this week we're going to be talking about the 90s original Mummy with Brendan Fraser, because someone didn't watch
JBG
it.
keeps yelling at me.
To watch it?
No, when I say Brendan Fraser.
Fraser.
See?
Fraser.
His last name is Fraser.
Like Razor?
Yes.
Fraser.
Yes.
Not Fraser.
Not Fraser.
Brendan Fraser is not correct.
Fraser. He's been correcting people in interviews since 1997, so. Or 93?
He's so nice.
I
I
don't know.
feel like
Anyway.
you'd be corrected and you'd still feel okay. Like, he's just so nice.
Hi, Reed. Reed was yelling at us earlier and yelling at us again.
There is no exclamation point. Fraser is a TV
No, there's
show.
no I.
I don't see the exclamation
It's
point.
next to the
So anyway, Alix,
Cool.
the Mummy.
Yes. Tell me about your history with the Mummy.
Okay, so as a young boy, I saw
As a young chap.
as a young chap back in the 1990s.
In
I
the,
was,
the late 1900s.
the late 1900s is correct, and still makes me feel worse every time. But because now I'm talking in his voice. But anyway,
It got into It went from like Industrial Revolution to Prospector.
yeah, well, because you aged me so fast. Because I was like, oh, in the 1900s
Yeah.
to nope, 19th century.
Yeah,
Shit, he's correct.
And at the end of that, you're like, hold on to your hats and glasses.
This here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
All right, but anyway, so like I was saying, I was a young whippersnapper
Oh.
in the theater. What?
Imagine that as your sex line.
Whippersnapper?
No.
Hold on to your hats and glasses.
Because this here is the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Hi, YouTube, who doesn't have, who we need to have a little bit of space. Don't quote this moment. Don't dox us yet. This is why we have this. But anyway,
But you could do whippersnapper.
you,
Hey there, whippersnapper. You want to come whip and snap me?
Fuck it. Sorry for everyone who's like screaming. This.
Turn on the music.
We're gonna get banned from YouTube so fast. Luckily, I put "not safe for children" on the tags. But anyway, in the theater, I was the perfect age for it, because this movie was aimed, I want to say, for kids in middle school. There's no way this was aimed at adults, because it's with the action and the cheesiness and the fun. So I saw it and I instantly fell in love with Rick O'Connell. And I thought he was by far the coolest dude on the planet.
Cooler than Indiana Jones?
No, but they're like the same person.
Wait, no, is
You have
the
to
answer
choose.
actually no?
Oh,
Like if you
okay.
had to choose
So,
between
it
Indiana
was-
Jones and Rick O'Connell.
Oh, if you would have asked me, I think I would still pick Indiana Jones, but Rick O'Connell to me was the newer version of Indiana Jones because Indy only was like an older movie that was on all my parents' and grandparents' VHS tapes. And Rick O'Connell was the new guy fighting mummies who never ran out of ammo. It was no matter what he did, it was always unlimited guns. He had the 2 hand pistols, which I know you guys know I use all the time in any D&D session.
It doesn't. 2 hand pistols don't make sense.
But he had the 2 hand pistols. He
Why
had the
you have
rifle.
2 hands?
Do you know what makes sense? A quick take by Fadier.
Yeah.
Oh wow! What a great
What's the quick take?
lead-in.
The quick take is, so what did everyone think of Star Wars Tales of the Empire? Let's start with Alex.
Did you even watch it?
That.
That's a no.
That last part was a joke.
Oh.
Not start with Alex, just what did everyone think?
Wait, no.
Tales of the Empire is Disney Plus's latest show that released specifically on May the 4th.
Oh.
And it was it's Star Wars animation that was following the tales of the
The bad guys?
Yes, it's the bad
The
bad guys.
baddies.
'Cause Tales of the Empire. But
Wait,
we're-
wait,
Gab, you
there's
really nailed
two
it.
stories. There's 2 stories. It's a 6 episode with each story.
How many
being
episodes?
6. But there's it's literally because I'm doing 2. There's 3 and 3. The first one being the woman from The Mandalorian, whose godfather was the martial artist in
You're
real
talking
life.
about Diana Inosanto?
Yes, and her character's
So
name.
Morgan Elsbeth.
Okay, so following her first 3 episodes,
Dude, I'm so sick and I can't believe I got that.
friends for over 15 years. And then,
I cannot believe I
and then
got that.
The second one was I'm going to curse, and I was saving cursing for this.
You've already said it.
Yeah, but like this is on purpose. For the bitch that betrayed Ahsoka.
Oh, Bear Sophie.
Yes. So those were the 2 stories that we followed.
I have another poll for the chat. Okay, we already know it's May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
So who does Revenge of the 5th and who does Revenge of the 6th?
Oh, I love and hate this question because Star Wars fucked it up today. But JPG, did you watch it?
I can't endorse anything that endorses the
The Empire.
that endorses like the stand-in for Nazis.
Okay. Well, I did watch it, and my quick take for it was that I love seeing those stories. Star Wars animation has come such a long way. I recommend just watching it alone for the animation quality. The fire in the grass looks so real, especially if you go back to the early days of Clone Wars or Rebels. They clearly have the Disney budget because it is beautiful. It is done really well. The running's no longer awkward. They still keep the same style, but it's no longer like jarring when you see them run. In terms of the stories being told, the first 3 episodes, which is the other woman, the first woman we said.
There's a
Morgan
return of the
Elsbeth.
7th?
What?
Oh.
Morgan
Elsbeth.
Morgan Elsbeth. Her story was really captivating, and I enjoyed seeing it. For Barris Offee.
Bear Sophie.
You got me on that
I
one.
hated everything because I wanted that bitch to die. I'm not spoiling anything, but because I don't want it. If I start talking about it, I will spoil. But I wanted her to die, and I hated her. And the fact that they said no, there's more stories about her, I went fuck. Because in my head canon, when Anakin becomes Darth Vader, he instantly goes up, going dead. So the fact that she's
Did
getting
you just Avada Kedavra them?
yes, the fact that she just was like,
You're like, going and dead.
it'd be like that's literally it. But guys, he's leaning on the mic.
They were wondering. So if you weren't here in the beginning, JPG is sick. I don't know how he got sick. No idea how that could have actually.
Well, I work from home and one person got sick, and it's the only other person who lives in our home.
The dogs got you sick?
Yes, because the job's at their job at a financial institution.
You're doing great.
The dogs at their job. That was much harder than I'm dying.
No, I didn't cook.
I really wanted to be here.
Cook.
I really wanted to be here for The Mummy because I love this film. I think this.
I was a sick face, and then I got him.
Alex
sick.
cooked up some diseases. JPG ate that shit up.
Besides The Mummy and
Garrosh.
I'm just rolling. I'm rolling. Besides The Mummy and
roll.
I'm never gonna get through the sentence if you guys don't let me. Like I'm
This
I'm
is what I
like,
dealt with talking about that Tales of the Empire with you three.
I was asleep.
Yeah. How do you think I felt having a whole monologue and you're
I
just
wasn't interrupting you.
I mean, you should be used to it with me. I just totally
wasn't-
zone
I
out when you
wasn't
talk about
interrupting
Star
you.
Wars.
Sleeping is interrupting because I'm doing this. Oh shit, am I boring? Oh god, I put him to sleep. Oh,
No, I'm
God.
sick.
Anyway, yes.
I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the show. But I'm sick right now.
I feel like we should. It's the new but joke. Like but. It's I'm sick.
Besides The Mummy and Pirates of the Caribbean, I feel like those were the last two amazing swashbuckling movies, and I do say that as a challenge to our audience, our party people. If there's a better swashbuckling movie after 2001, please put it in the chat.
Is that how old Pirates of the Caribbean is?
Wait, what? Yeah, 2001.
Yeah, Alex. I just went to the 25th anniversary of episode 1 in theaters. Just let that sink in. Our flag means death. I don't know if that counts as swashbuckling.
I don't know if I would count that as a swashbuckling adventure. Yeah.
Yes, I see the mindset.
Also, Brooke is really mad at all of us for not being on this show.
Oh,
This episode?
I got 100 bits to go lay down.
Just take the mic with you.
just like lay on the floor, but have the mic.
No, I'm thinking if we get enough bits, I'm just gonna lay on the table.
No, don't lay on the table.
I mean,
Oh God.
you can lay on the table.
Don't lay on the couch with the microphone. If it
Look,
reached,
the mic won't go
If
that
it- yeah,
far,
if it-
but if
yeah.
you want to just lay on the floor, I'm sure nothing bad will happen down there.
That's fair. Oh,
would you
Kira said
do?
First Pirates is 2003. So not
That's not any
2001.
better.
Yeah.
This is still 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
yeah.
but I mean, okay, so like Black Sails, right? Arsenal. I don't mean swashbuckling in the traditional sense.
Baby,
I mean as like a two-fisted adventure, right? So
Yeah.
like things like The Phantom, The Shadow, things like The Mummy,
The Rocketeer.
Indiana Jones, The
Patrick.
Rocketeer is another good one. So like one of these like two like swashbuckling pulp adventure, right? So I'm trying to think of another one
There is
past.
one. I'm just trying to debate because like you can argue Jumanji, Into the Jungle.
But, okay, but was it good?
The first Jumanji with
Oh.
Dwayne Johnson, the first one? Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of that is like universally loved.
The Dwayne.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'm
Yeah.
literally asking.
Oh no, it's actually what they did.
Another hydrate?
They did it really
Are they
well.
trying to drown him?
Well, if he goes to the bathroom, he's not coming back. He'll fall asleep on the
I'm
toilet.
just falling asleep.
Take the mic with you.
Two-fisted adventure, you say? Ooh.
Polymorph. Please no. Not today.
Actually, do you count video games done in the style of a film? Because someone brought up Nathan Drake, and those Uncharted games were very swashbuckling, but it was a video game.
I feel like there
done in a
was
movie.
I feel like there was too much direct murder.
Too much direct murder.
Yeah, cuz like I mean, like
As
Rick
opposed
O'Connell.
to the Phantom.
Oh my god.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Look
Donated.
how big that is.
That's a
I
lot of.
just kicked out the other ones.
That was $100.
Oh god.
Arsenal just tipped $100. Here's a long take, take a long nap.
I'm just going to lay down here cuz I really do want to talk about the mummy.
This isn't going to work the way you want it to work.
You're not working
Let him.
the way
I'm
I want to work.
Okay, so for anyone who's curious, $100 was tipped.
Oh, we can try it.
$100 was tipped. Thank you, Arsenal, for letting JPG sleep. We're now going to do our best to let it happen. Bear in mind, I think he's Alex's ride, so we're gonna have to be a little careful.
Because even when he's sick, he doesn't trust me to drive.
I don't blame him. I've been passenger in your car.
What's wrong with being a passenger in my
good here.
car?
The
want-
fact that I'm
I wanna
alive
be on the show.
is amazing.
Are there pillows in here, Karosh?
Oh yeah,
so,
pillow would be
JBG,
nice.
Just so
Not a
we-
butt
Can I-
pillow.
yeah, no, just give me the butt pillow. Just give
You
me the
really-
butt pillow.
How many butts have been on that butt pillow?
So many
To-
butts have been on that butt
To
pillow.
honor the long take, the redemption, are you doing a long take or are you just gonna nap?
No, I'm doing the long tape. The long take
is
the
take
nap.
a nap.
Okay. Oh, you're not putting your face on that. You're not putting.
There have been so many butts on this.
Do you have a blanket, a pillow, anything else to put on it?
Let's talk about the mummy.
Okay, so the mummy.
Talk about.
Well, so Cole has a whole history with
Yeah.
it. I've never, ever seen it. Ever.
Mhm.
Ever. I'm
So we
just
got to start with Alex's. What did you
Well,
think
let's-
about it?
Let's do this first before we get to Alex's take, because I am worried about you falling asleep.
'Kay.
Let's hear what you loved about it so much before, besides it
I
being swashbuckling.
Love everything about the mummy. There's not one thing I do not love. All the bad guys get their comeuppance. All the good guys get a good ending. Like it's cheesy. It's over the top. It's hard late 1900s. Just good old fashioned butt kicking storytelling.
Ooh.
And we don't get that until 2003's Pirates of the Caribbean again. And then after that, we get nothing for almost 20 years.
Hmm. Well, I mean, you can argue Mummy Returns.
Nah. I
Even
mean,
though-
was The Mummy Returns just as good as The Mummy?
No, but the thing that did the Mummy Returns in was had nothing to do with the film, because it's fine up until Dwayne Johnson comes in as a CGI monster. It would have been so much better if it was just him fighting them, because
Oh, I got pillows.
if it was Dwayne Alex
want
got JBG some pillows to put on so he doesn't put his face on the butt pillow and get pink eye. But like,
That's not okay. I want to be very clear. I know that I'm sick right now. That's not how you get pink eye.
hey, the chat was concerned. I was emphasizing their concern.
I'm a back.
Thank you.
You get pink eye from bum pillow.
The second one was better than the third one until the end. Oh yeah. So
I only watched the first one.
no, it's okay. The third one is not worth watching because the third one I just felt bad for Jet Li.
Pink tongue.
'Cause
I have pink tongue.
it's just.
Well, I have now. I've seen it now. I watched it. I did the homework. I have now seen The Mummy as of literally last night.
Yes.
Yay!
We watched it. It was free on Peacock.
Oh, that's where it was.
That's where it was.
I owned the movie, so I wasn't concerned, but it wasn't streaming anywhere. I assumed you guys had to like Google it.
I am bummed out that we didn't get
Is
to
it
see
the
it in
pillow?
theaters.
You're bummed out.
Well, my face is bummed out, but
Yeah, no. I also didn't get to see it in theaters.
I'm so
but-
glad we didn't watch it in theaters.
Why? What? Was it too scary?
Well, that was part of it. But also, the amount of times I'd have to pause and pee that you just cannot do that in a movie.
Oh
theater.
yeah.
it was only once this last time, so
That's true.
yeah, it was pretty good.
It's just
So-
so good.
Was there? Okay, so for me, the scariest part, Alex, because I am curious about what part was scary for you.
Mhm.
As a kid, I embarrassingly had to be in my 20s before I finally felt brave enough to watch it. I was convinced I saw everything of the mummification. That whole opening part, I was
didn't watch that.
terrified to watch. Yeah, so apparently you see nothing. They don't show anything, but I
Yeah,
was convinced you saw everything.
There's an episode in Psych where there's a girl called Scary Sherry, and she jumped off of a building, committed suicide, and then she haunts the
Right.
building.
I also saw that episode.
I'm telling the audience.
I know, but it seemed like you were correct, going deeper in detail.
I'm telling the audience.
Oh God, I have to hydrate.
Anyway, and what it turns out is she went to jump, and then the kids closed their eyes, and their dad pulled her out the window, so she didn't actually fall. But they spread the rumor that she had actually jumped, so they literally created this entire thing. That's what that reminds me of. We were like, you definitely see the mummification, and probably in your head it was always there.
Mhm.
But really, they pulled the mummies out the window and never happened.
No, the worst part
Oh, hi,
to
Jen.
me in the Mummy is when the dude gets his eyes and tongue taken. When we first encounter the Mummy,
Oh,
that always
See-
scared the crap out of me.
really?
Yeah.
I had a hard because the CGI was like still very rough when it came out. When he turned around, he's like, he took my eyes. I had a hard time noticing that his eyes were gone. We were seeing this in the center of his skull.
Mhm.
I thought they were just like bruised over or something.
So I did not watch the mummification.
Mhm.
I did not watch any time a scarab / beetle ate.
Oh,
Anybody or
I mean,
anything.
that's just the worst, so I
Yeah.
understand that.
I did not watch the scarab get cut out of the guy's shoulder.
Okay.
And I did not watch the mummy. What was the other thing you said that was scary? Oh, the eyes and the tongue.
So
Mhm.
that was,
And
yeah.
I didn't watch any of the guys get mummified. The
Oh.
Americans.
Yeah.
I didn't watch any of them become mummified.
Only one really messed with me as a kid, and it was the blonde cowboy. When he gets like the sand
when he
reaches
gets,
him,
like-
and then we see the shadow go,
Yeah.
that as a kid.
No, when the dude gets taken from the car,
Oh,
that part always messes me up.
because the scream.
It's more so the act of getting separated. There's a very specific scene in like zombie movies that I absolutely
Oh,
hate, and it's where one person in the group gets taken through a window.
That is his ultimate fear. Of zombie films.
That 100% is like
Um,
a big fear of mine.
Linny, to answer your question, they don't get mummified in the mummified sense. They get like
Dried up.
dehydrated
Yeah.
almost.
Mhm.
They like turn into human jerky.
Yeah, no, it's part of the curse.
I don't
So
know how else to explain
in
this.
the
Crush is laughing at me.
in the beginning of the movie, like they explain what the curse is going to do about how to thank you. To
You guys are having a
replenish
good one
himself.
today.
To replenish himself, he would have to consume the bodily fluids and organs. So,
Sounds like it's a kink at that point.
well, what made me laugh is this is the only movie that really says do not read. Reading is bad for you. No harm ever came from reading a book. All the harm.
Okay, so here's the thing. We put on this movie.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna set the scene for y'all. We're in the office. We've got the lights off, covered in pillows and blankets.
Mummy Drake.
And we put on the movie, and literally, like, it starts in the most cheeseball 90s fashion.
Oh yes.
Late 1900s.
Stop saying that. It hurts my feelings.
In the late
And
1900s.
I'm sitting there, and the Pharaoh does his thing, right? And he's got the yeah, we're just gonna do this my way. So you've got the bad bald guy,
Yep.
and then you have the hot queen girl who's sleeping with both dudes with the paint on, and then
And
you've
knocks to the
got
moon.
the Pharaoh dude, and Pharaoh dude has his own like police corps that isn't the painted people that belong to the bald bad guy,
Correct.
and
Not the priests.
they all come out. The Pharaoh people all come out, and they're fucking it's all black dudes.
The Magi?
Sure.
Yeah, it was like the security force.
And
Yeah,
I
the
was
Magi.
like, what kind of 90s bullshit is this? And they're all just supposed to come out looking tough and then being confused. And they literally, then you go generations and nobody's black anymore. And I'm like, okay, what happened in the generations that all the guards are now fucking white as shit? And they just, like,
Do you I could answer this really quickly, and JPG's probably
I mean,
like too slow, but
honestly,
slavery.
the casting was probably we needed them to look tough.
Oh,
And so they just went like full 90s racism.
well,
Like that's really where I pictured it.
Egypt wasn't exactly, high and mighty back then, so it most likely
yeah.
was slavery.
Yeah, you're not wrong, yeah. And there was just so many like cheesy things along the way where it was like
the opening scene with Rick O'Connell is cheesy.
these moments would be so terrifying and then just the most 90s.
Do you get the? Oh, I had to explain this to Alex last night. But Cole, do you understand why Rick O'Connell is there, like in the first place?
For story purpose or for the reason of the movie?
For story purposes, like, do you
Yeah,
understand?
so he was just there to be for his men who all believe.
But do you know who that force was?
Oh, in real terms?
Yeah, like, do you know who? Like, The army that he was with, do you know who they are?
No.
Okay, so this is some fun and interesting history. So he speaks French in order to order them, which
Oh
means
yeah,
that they
I
were.
said they were. I made the joke that they were French because they ran away,
Oh.
and he was like, "Yeah, they're French. Good job." And I was like, "No, that's not what I meant."
Is this during, because this is World War One, so was he a volunteer?
No, so it's not. No, it was 1923, so it was much after World War One, and so
okay. So leading up to
yeah,
World War
so
II.
1918 would have been
The end of World War
World War One. It's either 1914 or 1918.
No,
I
it's
can't
18.
remember.
Because 14 is when it starts.
Started? Okay.
No, 1912 is when it starts.
Okay. And so so this is after, so an American being there, like they're French legionnaires.
Oh, Corey just wrote
Yeah.
French Foreign Legion.
Yeah. So the reason why it's important that he's there is because the Foreign Legion or legionnaires, like you can actually join them if you're from any country.
Oh.
And because France has no extradition, a lot of criminals or like people who have committed crimes will start over and join the French Foreign Legion because they take any creed, any, like, and so it's important to note that there is kind of already like not a bad guy sort of feel, but like he's already
he's done some.
he's
shit.
done some stuff.
Mm.
Like he's a little swashbuckly and shady at this point because he is part of the French Foreign Legion.
Oh.
Yeah. So
So-
that's And Benny is Hungarian. So so same thing, right? Like somebody from Hungary joining up with the French Foreign Legion.
For me, that scene, so the mummy scene, the opening, I was like, okay, yeah. But it wasn't until that open scene with Rick O'Connell that really sucked me in as a kid. Because seeing the army come in and him like, you're with me to the end, right? And then just fighting everyone off and pulling everything. And then just the way he looked was so cool. Come on, he looked cool. I want that haircut so badly, but my hair is too wavy curly to have it.
Yeah, there's no way I could pull that off.
No.
It was. It was just there were some shots in it, like some moments where you're like, oh yeah, like the hand coming out of the ground, right? Like that's the 90s. It was fun. It was fun to get to go back and see that and see it for the first time and have like that lens to it.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a weird balance of cheeseball fun and absolutely fucking terrifying for me.
Well, how did you feel about the chemistry? Because what sells this movie more than anything is the chemistry between all the actors was really well. Like it was huge.
Yeah. I mean, the characters were all really fun. I liked Benny.
Benny.
I liked Benny.
I hate Benny so much.
I think he was really funny. I knew he was gonna die because, in the 90s there was like the joke that if somebody smoked a cigarette, you knew they were gonna die because they were the bad guy. It was that feel where I was like, oh, Benny's gonna die because he fucking betrayed everybody, and there's no way he's
not.
Yeah, but I enjoyed him. Like when he was on screen, I would get excited for him to be there.
For me, anytime you saw Benny, you knew you were gonna laugh.
Yeah.
Like for one of the best lines in the entire film. Hey, O'Connell, looks to me like I got all the horses.
Hey, Benny, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
Like just by far the best part of that whole movie. And so like I agree with you. Like I was also excited, but it was mostly just because you knew it was gonna be funny. I thought he was going to be the villain in Mummy Returns because of how he dies and he's in the city of the dead. And then when they find Imhotep and then they rise him back up. I was
Bye,
like,
Kira.
oh, bye.
Okay, so I have a question for the chat because I tried to find the answer and couldn't, but y'all are fucking way smarter than me. Is she wearing a wig?
Who is she? The love interest or the villain?
The love interest.
Okay.
Rachel Weisz.
Thank you. Evie. How did I forget that?
I don't know. I don't think she's wearing a wig. I think that's her real hair.
See, I thought it was a wig because it's permed so by choice.
Well, to me, what's difficult when it comes to Rachel Weisz is her face changes drastically from Mummy 1 to Mummy 2. And there's not that much time in between. And I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it bothers me.
I haven't seen it, so I can't help you with this.
Oh, I think you'd like Mummy too, because it's even cheesier. It's like
I mean-
it's like Batman and Robin cheesy.
I probably won't watch it if we're gonna be really honest.
Unless the chat. Oh man, she might be wearing a topper. It's not enough time went by for the age to be that big of a thing, Corey. But thanks for jumping straight to that aspect. Like,
Stop being a dick, Cole.
Yeah, did she age? People are allowed to age, Cole. Or is it possible that it was only like 4 years in between, and that is a drastic change?
I like that it's been almost 15 years that we've worked together on the show, and just now you're anticipating all the things that people are going to yell at you about.
Yeah,
not,
a lot of people are on
it.
her right now, Jadis. Anne Hathaway.
What's wrong with Anne Hathaway?
People are upset that she's aged.
But I'm not talking about her from Princess Diaries 1 to Princess Diaries 2, which is what I'm bringing up with the Mummy and Mummy Returns. Sounds like everyone's pissed off about Anne Hathaway aging from Princess Diaries to now.
Yes.
Okay, a little different in the spectrum there. 20 plus years. 4.
So anyway, back to the Mummy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because I brought this up in the Discord. So I was trying to name another Brendan Fraser movie, the one I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
So the context was we were talking about the Mummy,
Yes.
and I mentioned that I didn't know if I'd be able to find him hot because I know him from that Tarzan movie
Because you think he's not hot in George of the Jungle?
and the Canadian Yankee Doodle
Oh,
horse guy.
Yes. That's actually, I think that's his name. Is that not? Wait. Canadian. It's not Dudley Do Right.
Yes, it is.
Is it Dudley Do Right?
Yes.
Hey!
But my coworker looked at me like I was insane, and he's like, "What are you talking about?" And I was like, "Canadian Yankee Doodle horse guy. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that hard."
Dudley Do Right.
It's Dudley Do Right, yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't. Okay, so you saw George the Jungle, all those rippling muscles, those rippling pectorals, and you were like, no.
I mean, maybe if I watched it now, but not when it came out.
Okay. You didn't find it funny when it came out?
Oh, of course it was. What does hot and funny have to do with
Nothing.
each other?
I'm assuming age. So if you were younger and you thought it was funny,
hysterical, yeah.
then you weren't the target audience for the sexiness. So you saying you didn't find him attractive then is kind of like no obvious.
Yeah, he was funny as hell. I loved that movie. It was hysterical.
I would like to talk about guns now.
Oh, man. I already had to listen to guns. You got to talk about guns again?
I would like to talk about guns.
Just how to say you're American without saying you're American. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so I thought it was really cool. They put some details in this, like firearms wise, that I thought was really cool.
Okay.
Number one, first and foremost, the
Oh, yeah, you have to call them pew-pews for the social medias.
Please.
firearms.
Just say pew-pews like everybody else.
I don't want to say pew-pews.
Say pew-pews.
Say the
Pew-pews.
pew-pews.
Say pew-pews.
Say the pew-pews.
So the pew-pews were.
Yay!
So first and foremost, the iconic Rick O'Connell bedroll that he uses for all of his firearms is so like I love that thing so much. I want
Doesn't
one
make
so
any sense,
bad.
but I love
Well,
it.
no, because I mean, like modern day, like modern day, like carriers, right? Like they don't look like that anymore. And like like mine's all like hard tacked and all that stuff too. But it's so cool to just get to like roll everything out.
Yeah.
And he does it twice in the film, and it makes
And
me
it's
happy every
so
time.
effortlessly too. I love it.
So the other part is that they're seen as so they're Americans, but the things that they use.
Chaz.
What is happening right now?
Encino Man. Airheads.
Yeah.
Oh,
Airheads. He was the
Okay.
main character in Airheads. Yeah. The other point that I want to point out is that single action revolvers were created in 1873, or were pretty popularized by 1873. But by 1877, double action revolvers came out. And so it's important to note that nobody ever uses a double action revolver because those would be more money.
Oh.
And so like it implies that the adventurers are like they're not just adventurers, but they're like poor adventurers because you're buying like the least optimal stuff. And so with Brendan Fraser, he has a quad holster. He carries 2 single action revolvers and he carries 2 1911s, which is a super cool touch because 1911s were just basically created.
Was it probably because he joined the French Foreign Legion?
More likely than not, he bought them shady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because magazine-fed ones, they're like, because they're super beat up in the film, and magazine-fed firearms
Lenny.
would be super crazy
bye.
expensive.
Well, wouldn't it also show that he
Bye.
was shady because of the time frame and him using a butterfly knife?
Balisong. No, balisongs weren't outlawed until like pretty recent, in recent memory.
Oh. Every
Yeah.
time I see that kind of weapon, I assume bad guy.
It does show that he is very well traveled, though, because the balisong is originally created in the Philippines.
Oh.
Yeah.
I totally was listening, didn't space out, but had I totally been paying attention, did you already mention the cowboy thingy?
The cowboy thingy.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So the difference between single action and double action revolvers. This is what
Cowboy
it is.
thingy.
Okay.
That's what you
So
meant by that.
a single action revolver is it's the gun with like the cylinder, and you have to put in bullets like individually. And a single action means that you have to cock back the hammer, and then you pull the trigger, and it'll shoot a bullet. As opposed to double action, is if you pull the trigger, it'll both pull the cock the hammer back and shoot the bullet. And so it's very, very important that they have to push the hammer back on their own, which makes them less effective, but it just looks
looks
cooler.
cooler.
It just
Going-
looks
like,
cooler.
Doing this
Yeah.
always felt
Yeah,
made me
so that
always
would
feel
be-
super cool as a kid.
That would be a single action revolver.
All right. What about the shotgun?
So the shotgun would have been a lot more accessible. So long guns, like pistols, are actually the pistols are the newer invention out of firearms. It's
Oh,
always
right,
been
'cause
it's always
the
been
musket-
rifles and shotguns. Yeah. So long guns are usually the easier one to handle or get your hands on, or buy like at a cheaper rate because they are super reliable, but there's a lot out there. As opposed to pistols, they're very specific, right, in their operation.
Apparently, the chat's mad at me for letting you talk so much.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Wait, who said they're mad?
Reed.
Oh,
Reed's like,
oh yeah,
"He's
and
shit, change the subject."
to Fadior and Zach, I'm a little bit of a firearms nerd, but not as much as more than people think, and not as much as other people think. If that makes sense, I think you can read into that.
So to tie this movie into what's currently out in theaters right now, Fall Guy, this movie really went big on the stunts.
Did you know that that's a remake?
Fall Guy's a remake?
Yeah.
No idea.
I'm pretty sure there was a show with Lee Majors called The Fall Guys, and it had the same
Premise?
premise where it was like stuntmen solving mysteries.
Well, I'm hoping this movie puts stunts into the Academy Awards consideration or category because it needs to be in there. If you're gonna have every aspect.
Reed says Lead Majors is in the movie, so it is a remake. Okay, I really do want to see it, but then somebody on the internet said that it was like a whole new IP, and I was like, no, it's not. Like that was definitely a show in the late 1800s.
I mean, I don't know, but I'm gonna trust you guys. Now, I also hate that. But I do want to see Fall Guys. I just don't know when I'll be able to.
Oh, 1900s, late 1900s. Sorry, Rickety Cat. I'm very sick.
Anytime JBG's wrong, instead of like getting the gotcha, it's gonna be I'm very sick.
Very sick.
I'm sorry.
I'm the very
But yeah, no,
sick.
so this movie, like the stunts, to go back with what Alex was saying of like the cheesiness of the '90s, the stunts were it was so fun seeing. Oh Jesus, hi Alex. Hi. It was so fun seeing like the actor get replaced with the stunt double, but back then we didn't really know because the quality of film wasn't as obvious in our face, as opposed to now with 4K. We were like, hey, that's a burn suit. He's wearing a burn suit right now.
No, that's a burn Elmo.
Well, I mean, Elmo's not really burning, so it's a burn suit.
Did I miss anything good?
We're talking about the stunts in this movie, correlating it to Fall
Did
Guy.
he already bring up the mummy thing?
The Mummy thing.
Which
The movie
mummy
is
thing?
called The Mummy.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole thing's The Mummy thing.
Yeah.
You told me about a mummy thing during the movie.
What was it? I can't remember now.
Well, if I say it, then I'm taking your fun
Well,
fact.
can you remind me?
Instead of CGI, it was
Prosthetics.
actual play. That's not the word.
What?
Are you thinking prosthetic?
No.
Not CGI.
Correct.
Filming on location?
No. It's the thing that Star Wars does.
Miniaturization. Miniatures.
No.
I
Well,
don't
they do.
remember
They
what
do.
you're
Well,
talking about.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, they do. It's not.
Okay, so not.
Thank you, Karosh. Actual effects. They did the actual effect with the actor. Practical effects. We got there.
There were more
Reads on
practical, so there are more practical effects in the film than people think.
Can we just take a minute? Everything that I said were practical effects.
Yeah, but the word we were looking for
Yeah,
was
you had to say the genre, and not the specifics.
tacos, burrito,
Yeah,
chips and salsa. The word we were looking for was
Was
Mexican,
Mexican
food.
food.
I feel so gaslit right now. Like, oh, thank you, Karosh. Cole's over here saying everything. No, not that.
But
no,
not the
that.
right thing. I could have said those things too. It doesn't
But you
help
did
us.
it. You did it. You did
No,
it.
that you were saying that the actor that they brought in to play the half mummy.
Oh yeah, so there were
Half
get
the
him.
mummy.
yeah, so some of the stunt mummy people they were differently limbed. So like you could there was a mummy that like crawls with no legs.
Yeah.
Like that stunt actor that came in didn't really
Have
have
legs?
legs. Yeah.
It wasn't CGI'd.
I didn't think it was CGI. I thought it was clever camera work.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
There's some clever camera work, like the same mummy when he's holding down Rick about to get stabbed.
Uh-huh.
The way that they did that was they dug a hole so they could just put the actor inside of it, so his legs were
Yeah.
not in the shot. Yeah.
See, that's the stuff I thought. I didn't know that they were like, hey, we got a job for you.
I just think it's really cool, especially like when you put thought into like hiring people who might not usually get hired for something like this into like, oh, cool, like we have something specifically that would work for you. So I like that, and especially in the late 1900s, like we weren't really doing that.
You
so.
gotta stop saying that.
One thing that I
It's
really
so mean.
and it's kind of pompous. No, the one thing that I really enjoyed about
I grew up in the late 1900s.
uh,
This is my 1900s voice.
Why was it like Kermit if he won the lottery?
Because Kermit grew up in the 1900s. Would you like some tea and crumpets?
one thing that I enjoyed about this film is that the character choices it never felt out of tune. It was always like the guy with the sexy voice.
Dead Fair?
Yes, his
was-
whole thing.
Get that?
He was because he has a very sexy voice.
Yeah,
He was the Magi.
Yeah.
Like the main Magi.
We
the one that
warned
you
you
were
before
very
death.
worried about.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
concerned about him.
because you thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I
is-
would make JPG pause and tell me if characters were gonna live or die.
Mm.
He was definitely supposed to die, and then the director was like, "No, you are too handsome to
Ooh,
die."
I wonder if
Yeah.
he was supposed to die and then they did like the audience, like
Oh.
the
Yeah,
test
the
screen.
audience test screen.
And
yeah.
that's why because it's weird that he comes back, but you don't see him get out.
Right.
So part of me wonders if he was like audience tested.
I'm really glad too because he is very relevant in the next film.
And you can't have that film without him.
You cannot have that film without him.
And you just need that narrating voice. Like that actor deserves more work than he gets.
He was supposed to this isn't recent at all, but do you remember when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was breaking up into Marvel's Most Wanted?
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the lead of that.
Oh man.
I
he would've
know.
been good. Okay,
Like,
so he's in Resident Evil, the second one.
Yeah.
And I was so pissed that he just dies off in the third one, and then he comes back as the villain.
He looked really familiar, but I forgot to look up if I've
Oh,
seen him in
he's-
anything.
Oh,
He's
that's
in
you've
everything.
seen him in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's in everything, but never.
Never the main.
Yeah.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that I love about the Mummy films, there's usually certain parts that I can always point out that I'm like, I feel like this was an oopsie. So for the Mummy specifically, there's a part where they're walking through the pyramid for the first time, and then the bug noise goes over, and Rick, the fat guy who's like the slave prison owner, is saying how much he hates bugs.
The
right?
warden?
Yeah, the
The warden.
Okay.
Is that how I sound?
Yes.
Yes.
So like he's talking about how he hates bugs. Then you hear bug noises, and Evie goes, "What was that?" And Rick goes, "I don't know. Maybe bugs." And then there's a whole moment of pausing, and then Evie turns around and goes, "He said bugs." And then he goes, bugs, I hate bugs. I feel like he didn't hear this cue. And then she was like reminding him of his cue. And it was so cute that they kept it in. I do not know, but it's a little thing that I tell myself every time. It makes me giggle.
It's the moment.
Yes. That is the Julia Roberts, Richard Gere, Pretty Woman moment where he closes the jewelry box on her and she goes, oh!
So you usually call that improvisation in film.
They do, but for here, this is more fun.
It started in the early 1900s.
Can you say this in the voice though?
You have to use Kermit that he
That's
won the
called
Oscar.
Kermit if I won the-
improvisation. That started in the early 1900s.
You're losing it a little bit.
No,
You're
but
losing the.
at the same time, you're not. I've been very impressed for how long you've been keeping it. Gosh, I can't even do it.
I really
even
hate
if I
it.
try.
Arsenal, thank you
I'm doing
again
my
for
best.
Arsenal, thank you for the donation because this is actually really nice.
He's also the Admiral on Star. Wait, what?
Yeah, he's on Star Trek Discovery.
I need to.
Yeah,
watch
and
that
he was
show.
the Gigolo in Deuce Bigelow, male Gigolo.
Oh,
I
yeah, that I
watched
know.
Covert Affairs.
The fuck is I'm sorry. What is Covert Affairs?
It was one of the USA Network shows that like
Died?
didn't last.
Oh.
Yeah, they didn't even get to finish it. Like it was 1 or 2 seasons.
Go-
I
this
can't
sounds
remember
like
him
when
on
Leia
there, but
calls Luke, Mark, and we're supposed to just wait. When does Leia call Luke Mark?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, I also don't know that one.
The goal is not to bring it back to Star Wars. The goal is to avoid Star Wars like the. I don't think you guys are getting it.
So look, here's the thing. May 4th just happened. And then I don't know if you guys picked May 5th, like Revenge of the 5th or Revenge of the 6th. I didn't see. I know
5th.
Star Wars picked 6th, and it pissed me off.
They picked 5th.
They picked 5th? Okay, cool. You're like me. It's you put them together. It's like Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. There's no reason to have a holiday, a break, and then a holiday. Like
Covert
just
Affairs was 5 seasons. What was the one with the girl with the red shoes that was like 1 or 2 seasons? She's hot, but I can't remember what the movie is or the TV show is.
read which Star Wars?
No, not Burn Notice. That lasted forever.
The original theatrical.
We're having 2 totally different
We
conversations
are.
with the chat, and I love it.
But okay, so if there was the original theatrical, like
Yeah, it
before
was the
they
red
fixed
bottom
it,
shoes.
son of a bitch. Like legitimately, is this before like they did the whole Blu-ray? Like if I go and put on Star Wars, am I going to hear it? And at what part? Don't make this a fucking Where's Waldo. Tell me. I've seen the movie 100 times.
One thing that I really enjoyed about The Mummy was that they had,
No, not in plain sight.
the original Boris Karloff, much more of a horror film, but the director really wanted to make this like more actiony and swashbuckly, and
Is
and
that
yeah,
your word for the day?
swashbuckly, yeah. It's a very specific term, right? Because like
It's,
like
It
Pulp-
involves buckles and swashing.
Pulp Fiction, Two-Fisted
Swashing?
Heroes, all of that stuff. Sorry, it's been a lot on my mind lately
I'm sorry,
because
Pulp
I'm
Fiction?
yeah, that's
That counts as swashbuckler?
no. So Pulp Fiction, not the title of the film, but the
Oh,
actual
the style.
Like, the style would be Pulp
I
Fiction.
see.
Yes.
You know what we haven't talked about
Mm.
in your swashbuckling?
Mm-hmm.
We have not talked about the most iconic thing of the Mummy. The sandstorm with his face on it.
I had to prep Alex for that scene
No,
because I
that's
was
not
like,
the one I'm
look,
thinking of.
this is the most 1999 thing you will ever see in a film.
Yeah.
It's 4 dudes on a plane trying to shoot down a sandstorm.
Okay, the TV show I'm thinking of, I think she's a mediator.
Oh, you're thinking about
The negotiator?
so
No, a
she's
mediator.
oh
Oh,
gosh.
I think it's
It was
actually
only
called a
1 or
mediator.
2 seasons.
Yeah, is it?
She's very beautiful
Yeah.
and she was only on she was on a bunch of other USA episodes,
Yeah, she's in
USA
like
shows.
an episode of a bunch of them.
Yeah. She plays do you know who she plays on The Rookie? She was like one of the
Yes.
the people that like wrote a book that Officer Nolan is really into. Not La Femme Nikita. Let's keep going. Let's keep going on that. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh.
the sandstorm is the most 1999 thing you could ever see in a film ever.
And then in that sandstorm is probably one of the most underrated characters in the entire Mummy movie that no one ever talks about. But
Oh,
we
I
all
loved
love.
him.
Winston?
Yes.
Yeah.
We all love Winston. We all
I
love
think-
him.
I think there was a scene or two more that ended up on the cutting room floor that you got to see him more.
Okay.
But I think with the
I thought
scenes
it was
that
the
they
perfect amount in the film.
Oh, see, I wanted to know more about him.
Oh no, I loved that from his stories, like when he just shows up and he's drinking all that stuff. I loved the story being told without being told to the audience. Like he's there, he's talking about all his war stories, so you know he used to fight. You know he's the last one alive. And when he just takes people's booze and no one says anything, it's the level of respect that he has.
Oh, here comes another biggin.
So I loved his story, and then going to him in the middle of the Sahara Desert, just listening to
Aw.
music. Like I thought it was
Yeah,
great.
it was the airfield.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
that's-
airfield.
yeah.
Yeah,
it was
because
the
he said he
airfield.
was going to go back to the airfields.
I saw it in the middle of the desert, and I was like, this makes no sense, but I'm here for it.
My
We-
thing,
Go for it.
I was going to say the fact that Tarzan like knew the ending of his story tells you that he's there all the time, that he says it all the time. So I don't even know if the booze was like respect as much as like they're just used to it. Like that's just a, that guy. Oh yeah, he's here all the time. He may just randomly steal a shot and walk away. Like you just, just part of the bar.
Well, I didn't think Brendan Fraser,
Fraser.
Like Razor.
that was what I said. Like Brendan
No,
Fraser.
that's why I'm bringing it back.
No, I'm more mad at myself for not remembering. But
Wait, how do you pronounce Evie's actress's name?
Rachel.
Okay.
Weisz?
Huh?
Weisz?
It should be Vice, but yeah.
Is it what?
So W's or V's usually
like German?
in like Germanic languages.
Weisz.
Yeah, so Vice.
Look at me, dumbass, pronouncing the W. But yeah, I don't know where we're going with this. Do you guys remember the Universal Studios commercial for the Mummy?
No.
So it was so popular that they had a mummy attraction, and then they
They
always
still have a mummy attraction. It made me very car sick. I ended up closing my eyes.
well, like it came out close to like the Mummy.
Oh.
And
Well,
so
they
the
still have it to this
advertising was
day.
showing her chasing you in line because it was just the ad, right? But the first time I went to Universal Studios, I was so on edge thinking a scare actor was going to come at me.
Oh God, I
So the
hate that.
Yeah, so the entire time I'm in line, my family's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just like looking around constantly, like she's gonna a Nox in the Moon's gonna come at me with a knife and chase me around this freaking line.
Uncle Jeet, if you're just joining right now, I got paid $100 to lay down because I'm not feeling well.
Yeah, he
Thank-
got paid $100
thank
to
you.
take a nap.
Thank you, Arsenal. I love you so much. Yeah.
Yep, he's 100% sitting on a butt tab.
Hi, Art.
Hi, Art.
Who's off camera and off mic talking to us.
You want to come over here, Art? Chat wanted
good.
to
He's
say
just
hi to
checking.
you.
The chat loves you.
I offered him Chewbacca.
I didn't want to.
Hi. There's a whole party here, but
Yeah.
none of them want to come say hi to you.
He could have had that apparently.
I'm not gonna lay on
there's
Chewbacca.
Ryan.
He's already.
There's a Ryan.
Chewbacca's people are already kind of in. Oh, thanks, Ryan. You're so warm. Like Mandy's a lucky lady, bro. Like,
Arsenal donated $100 for JPG to lay
Like,
down
no-
and take a nap.
like no gas bill in the winter at all, bro. That was both practical and sexual heat coming off of Ryan on that one. Oh God. Okay, I got another hydrate.
There's another hydrate?
There's another
They've
hydrate.
also been trying to wash it out of him, so they're just hydrating the hell out of us.
I got $100 to
What are
lay
you
down.
doing? You can't eat candy on stream, Cole.
Yeah, especially hard candy. Is it hard candy or
No,
is it
it's
the
like
candy?
chewy.
Oh, Krosh got us candy
Krosh
from
got
him
us
from
candy.
him
JPG's
traveling.
like
Candy.
JPG's laying on camera, so the rules are out.
No,
and
no,
chaos.
no,
Up is
no.
down, down is up.
No, you do not eat
Cats
where
and
people
dogs
can hear
hang
you.
out.
Nobody eats where people can hear you. There are rules to
So,
society.
If I
I-
lean back, would this be okay?
No,
I was
No, no.
before Alex and I started dating, I used to just eat in silence. And now apparently that's a crazy thing to do.
yes.
Okay, I need to know in the chat who eats in silence and who eats with like music and or the TV on.
Wait, hold on. I'm just picturing the scene. So before Alex, you would go to sit at your dining room table. and then you would just put the food on the table, and then you would just eat in silence, nothing else. I think Elmo is perfect right now for this.
Yeah,
like
that's
you're just
the insanity of it.
hold on.
Yes.
So it's just I'm just also is this like
and then you'd hear the scraping and the chew.
well, do you talk? Do you talk at all when you eat?
Obviously,
food in
dude.
his mouth.
No, but I mean, like, is it just literally just silence?
No,
Welcome, not Satan.
So, I'm sorry. Silence, as in, like, we're not playing an external source. It's just us talking.
Oh, that's not as bad.
Oh.
That went from like psycho killer to that's fine, like so fast because he's talking.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
Art. Good night, Ryan.
Good night, Ryan and Art. Is Val still here? Well,
Hey, let's say hi.
tell her I say good night as well, please. Okay, love you. Bye.
What kind of choices are
Bye-bye.
these candies eaten silent and butt popcorn?
Hi, Star Drew.
Val was here, and then Val left.
Mel didn't even say hi to us.
This like,
Hey, new name for Cole just dropped.
What? Kobe?
Actually, I'm okay with that. Are you okay with
Kobe.
that? Alex, JPG, and Kobe.
Hydrate.
That's dope.
wait, what is my nickname?
Star Drew.
Kobe.
Star Drew, it's always nice seeing you in the chat. Thank you for always saying hi to us. It makes me feel special. That's not a joke. I really do love that.
Okay, here's my thing. I know there's an actual term for it, and I'm sure somebody in the chat will bring it up. But like the sound of people eating makes my skin crawl.
Like the Beatles in The Mummy?
Worse.
Like,
I would rather watch the Beatles than listen to somebody like eat. Like I can't think straight. I get irrationally angry and just everything on my body just like blocks up in this awful.
Oh.
It's the worst. It's absolutely terrifying.
My brain's jumping to Beatles because of what you brought up. How do they eat very slowly over
Reed
hundreds
gave
of
you a
years?
kiss.
I know, I blew
Well,
one back.
Also eating so fast that they disintegrate
I
a person.
said that.
Like I've always wondered, like, are they superbugs?
I said that. I was like,
Oh,
they eat really slow in the sarcophagus.
sarcophagus. Like snuffleupagus sarcophagus.
Snuffleupagus.
You can say that, but not sarcophagus.
Snuffleupagus.
Anyway,
Is that his name?
As a kid, I thought it was snuffleupagus, but it's snuffleupagus.
Snuffleupagus. Anyway, but then they eat people so quick. My other thing was then they were chasing people. They stayed on the road.
oh yeah.
That was my favorite. Like they all jumped off the road. It was like, oh well, they can only chase you in a straight line.
that was also great.
Yes. See, Satan gets it. Actual pain and rage. Yes.
Reed,
Delicious too. Oh my god, it makes me so angry.
I missed Free Comic Book Day also. I'm really bummed out. Oh, bye, Vane Dead. I love
Bye,
you.
Vane did. JPG will be here tomorrow.
No,
right?
I'm not. No. I'm
You're done?
no. The
Oh, we're in May.
yeah, we're in May now. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Vane Dead, I love you, and thank you for always understanding where I'm coming from.
Oh,
We gotta hydrate. Okay.
hydrate. Alex, what was your ultimate favorite part of this movie? It can be casting, it can be story, it could be a scene. What was your ultimate favorite thing?
Oh, it's the person I got to cuddle with while I watched it.
God damn it.
That's probably why I'm so sick right
That's
now.
probably why you're so sick right now.
It's on me. The bar was too low. It's on
Oh,
me.
Caleb Jasper in the chat just put a definition for misophonia. Characterized by strong negative emotional reactions to certain sounds or visual cues. Can I ask something for the misophonia crowd right now as well too?
I'm
How
just
do you-
glad to be not alone here.
How do you feel about ASMR?
Oh.
Do you know what videos on TikTok to go along with ASMR that I'm really loving?
Mm.
Like the sensory ones where it's like,
Yeah, that's ASMR, dude.
Oh.
That's ASMR.
oh, I thought
And
it
they're
was like a
"Hi."
like I thought ASMR was
What? Wait.
like a broad
right.
category, and
I
then there
got
was
the
certain
nails.
ones.
Hi and welcome to the welcome party.
Okay, you no, don't do this right now because people might actually hate it.
Or fall asleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
So
always do the like.
Yeah, so you
This
like
is
the
my drink.
so you like the sensory stuff then.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love ASMR.
I'm sorry,
But
Caleb.
I also don't
I'm
have
sorry.
okay, so legitimate question. So we've all seen Mummy 1.
Yes.
everyone except Alex has seen Mummy 2.
Yes.
I don't know how many people here have seen Mummy 3.
I
I
have.
hate ASMR, by the way. It drives me. He
Okay.
loves to listen to it, and I like literally same day. I'm like, can you just fucking do something? Like drives
So-
me up a wall.
Well,
Brendan
no, I was-
Fraser
I
has
was
said
worried.
that he would do a Mummy 4. Would you want to see a Mummy 4?
I don't, only to get Brendan Fraser paid.
I want to see a Mummy 4, but I want everyone to come back. I don't want the woman that replaced Rachel Weisz. I want like the original cast to come back.
I don't. I think if the original cast is going to come back, it should be cameo only, because I think this is a pitfall we're getting into, where it's, oh, I want this thing, I want more, but only with them.
Like,
Only with them and nobody else.
Why couldn't the Dark Universe be this, right? Because technically there is a Mummy 4 because it's Tom Cruise
Well, we can do better than that.
and Sophia Boutella, I think, who played the Mummy.
And
Which
then it
I did
was,
like this. I did like the switch that the Mummy was a woman. I thought that was really cool. But then like the whole film was just about how Tom Cruise gets cool powers, right?
Yep.
And
it's
he
no longer about the monsters. It was about a superhero fighting monsters.
yeah, and so Dark Universe should have started with the first Mummy and made it that sort of like keep it in the 1920s. You know, like that time frame in between World War I and World War II.
Mhm.
And like we would have had so much fun with that.
May
Like-
I? Oh,
Jungle Cruise gave me Mummy vibes.
yes.
So Jungle Cruise, I will give you that argument. Jungle Cruise was very swashbuckly
It was
for
this
me.
generation's Mummy.
And
It's not as good.
I'll even give you like the new Jumanjis. I'll even give you that for being very
I mean,
fun
it would
and
have been good if
swashbuckly.
the brother and fucking together. But
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool, because there was no chemistry between the other two. But
Right.
anyway, we've had this talk before.
Yeah, so many
and we
times.
agreed. When it comes to the Dark Universe with Tom Cruise, I will kind of take your idea, JPG, and kind of amend it a little bit.
Cool.
And I'm curious how you feel about it.
Okay.
Take the Mummy with Brendan Fraser.
Fraser.
It's gonna bug me the entire time now.
Razor Fraser.
But
Oh, say it that way.
Fraser. But
like
you take
Gif Gif.
Hugh Jackman Van Helsing and you put those universes together.
See, I didn't think. See, that was too much cheese.
Who is that?
So that's the Dark Universe.
The announcement poster for it.
Yeah. So
Is this like a new thing that's coming out? Did I miss it?
When they were making the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise and I forget what was her name,
Sophia Boutella.
Sophia
This
Boutella,
was going to
they
rival
were
that
planning
thing.
out a cinematic universe and they got ahead. They just started casting Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll. I forget who Javier Bardem was supposed to be.
He was supposed to be.
No, it's the thing that never was.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah.
the Wolfman.
And then Johnny Depp was supposed to be the Invisible Man,
Yes.
I can't remember. Yeah.
but it never went past that Mummy movie.
The Mummy
Yeah,
movie
they had
was
this-
so bad.
They had this insane marketing push for the Dark Universe, and then nothing happened, and all they use is the logo now for Universal purposes,
well,
for like Universal Studio.
Yeah, they
purposes.
paid a lot of money for that logo, and they're
Well,
gonna get it.
because the Mummy
Universe-
bombed so hard.
Universal
original
Studios
one?
got lucky. Yes.
Oh.
No. The
the Tom Cruise,
one.
Sophia
Oh,
Boutella
well.
one. Yeah.
The Universal Studios got lucky in the sense that they put all this money towards the MonsterVerse, and then the first Mummy bombed, and they said never mind. But around that same time, Godzilla was doing really well, and now the MonsterVerse kind of has taken over precedent for them in terms of their marketing.
Mhm.
And it's wild to me just to think. I'm pretty sure the budget they had for all those films just got sidestepped to the MonsterVerse. Because Universal really wanted their own cinematic universe every studio wants their own cinematic universe to rival the MCU.
Colt, I'm so sorry, dude. Did you say the thing that you wanted me to judge? Like you're gonna amend like what I said about the swashbuckly stuff?
I don't remember.
Dang it, I don't think you did.
We got sidetracked.
I know, I'm
That's
sorry.
probably my
I really
fault.
wanted to hear it too.
Sorry. I remember. If anyone remembers what I was talking, if you remember what I was talking about and you just put it in here, that will be enough to spark me to remember what I was going to ask. I
Well,
just
'cause
need to
I was-
be told what I was talking about.
I was talking about how the Dark Universe should have started with the Mummy, the one that we're talking about today with Brendan Fraser.
Oh no, you answered it then.
I did
'Cause
answer
I asked
it. Okay.
about Van Helsing. And then
Oh yeah, okay, I did answer it. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't remember.
Hey
My brain.
guys, We made it to 9 o'clock while talking about the actual topic.
Yeah, and APG was super sick.
What? Why didn't you tell us?
I hate you guys.
That's how I feel right now. Burn the world down.
Oh
See-
God, it wasn't the Wolfman. Thank you, Hardliner, for this. So on May 22nd, 2017,
Monsterverse isn't Universal?
the official Dark Universe Twitter account posted an image of Tom Cruise, Sofia Boutella, Johnny Depp, attached to star in a new film version of The Invisible Man, Javier Bardem, who had signed on to play Frankenstein's monster, and Russell Crowe.
Am I really far over here, or is he really far
No,
over
he's
there?
really far over there.
I'm really far over
legitimate
there.
question. Is Monsterverse not Universal?
No, it's called the Dark Universe.
No. Godzilla.
No.
No, that's Sony, I believe.
Oh.
Isn't it Sony? Sorry, everyone.
The minute I see King Kong, I immediately assume Universal.
Oh, well, that could be similar to Six Flags having like superhero stuff.
Oh. Yeah, no, the minute I saw King Kong, my brain was like, oh, it's Universal Studios. Like, I didn't think anything.
Oh, Hardliner says it was Universal Pictures, but I don't think Godzilla and Kong are part of the Dark Universe.
Well, it's Reed versus Hardliner right now.
I don't know.
Oh, fight to the death.
Can somebody check the internet for us? My brain. I'm gonna do.
They are not.
Are we doing K-Nice? Oh, okay. So Godzilla and Kong are MonsterVerse.
So that's up to you. Cole and I can handle it. You can do it in cute, sick voice.
no,
it's kinda cute, Nick.
y'all handle it.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay. We'll do
Okay.
it. For YouTubes, this is the end.
Yay!
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
See you next week.